Hey, what's going on, everybody? So it's your boy Antonio Lamar back at it once again. Today I'm with my boy Nino. We're going to discuss Jackson Arnold's future at Oklahoma today on Sooner Boy. What up, player? What you got going on over there, man?
What up, man? Chilling. About to talk about some things. I'm guessing.
Hey, we can talk about a few things, especially, well, we know what's been going on with Jackson Arnold. Tennessee game had some bad turnovers at the first half, and they benched him. I mean, they took him
Yeah.
out the game with 1 minute left in the second quarter, which I thought was disgraceful. But that's how it happened. That's how it played out. That's what Brent Venables did. So Michael Hawkins Jr. played for what, 2 games? And then on the third game, so he came into Tennessee. He started against Auburn, then he started against South Carolina. Through three had no, two interceptions, one fumble within a blink of an eye. It almost felt like 10, 15 minutes worth of game time. The game was over. Jackson Arnold was back in there. And then he started last week, looked pretty decent, I would say. He looked better than probably anybody's looked so far this year at quarterback, I must say. But at the same time, wasn't perfect. I think it was something to start building on, and people have been wondering if Jackson Arnold is going to continue to be the starter for the remainder of the season and stuff like that. But we'll see what Brent Venables has to say in a second. But I do want to ask you, what did you think about that whole situation and Jackson Arnold return last week?
Uh, man, I'm gonna get on people's nerves, but I think I asked these questions about a month ago, man. I was ahead of my time with all this.
They was ahead of the curve.
You know what I'm saying? But after the Tennessee game, I asked all these questions. If you bench Hawk, if you benching Jackson Arnold, you bring Hawkins in, how is he gonna play relaxed and not afraid to make turnovers because he just seen what you did to Jackson Arnold. So
Right.
he played conservative, didn't want to make mistakes. South Carolina game, man, what's gonna happen when Hawkins doesn't play well because y'all got a gauntlet of a schedule? What happens? Are you gonna put Jackson? I said all this to Tennessee game after they benched him.
These are facts. This is definitely
Right after the
factual.
game. This wasn't
Yeah.
listening to nobody else's publication. This was just going off of what I saw that day. All these questions came to my head based on the reaction to him and Hawkins being put in the game. And then I said, shoot, remember I asked, I said, at what point does Jackson Arnold declare that he gonna hit the portal?
There you
You know what I'm
go.
saying? Now they put him back in, you know what I mean? Um, so I guess that's supposed to mean something, but what was he supposed to say? No, I don't trust you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because some people
He-
were speculating that he was going that he didn't want to come back in because he wanted to go ahead and redshirt because he had only played the 4 games and that way he can transfer. But turns out it came out like a video I did last week about how he told Coach Venables that that's not the case, but he don't want to come in for just mop up duty if he
he don't
doesn't
want to,
have to.
man. I'm not coming in. I'm not bullshit, man. I,
All right.
I can still red shirt and hit the portal, all that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make me waste this shit
Right. Don't make me
for no
waste it.
2, 3 plays. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like so. I think he played with the leverage that he had because they asking him, "Hey, can you come back for us?" So he got the leverage. My deal is, in the article, you know, Venables acts like you doggone right he's coming back.
Right. 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 Hey, you know what? Let's get to that. Let's get to that real fast before we go any further. There was an article that was kind of looking at Saturday Down South. Shout out to them. Article by Spencer Davis. And it says Brent Venables met with reporters in Norman on Tuesday to help prevent
Yeah.
Oklahoma's week let me see, week 10 contest against Maine. With the Sooners at 4-4 this season, some have already begun to look forward to what may be a brighter future in 2025. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? given the uncertainty at quarterback position OU has faced this season, Venables was asked if he thought Jackson Arnold would want to return to the program next season. Uh, my assumption is that you're dang right. He wants to be back, Venables said. Why would he
Doggone
not?
right.
That's how I look at it. Uh, I don't have my head in the sand. I would be concerned if I was thinking in that way, like, oh, I wonder if he wants to be back. Well, shit. You're the starting quarterback at Oklahoma. This is your dream. You turned down a lot of good people to come here. Now you face some headwinds, and now you're just gonna quit. I don't see that in him.
This
Venables
is
was
the guy
hold
that
on.
benched him. It's
All
like
right.
bullshit. It sounds
Nah.
like a crock of bull.
All right. Hold on. Let me. You
I'm
said
sorry.
Venables.
I'm sorry.
No, you
I'm
good.
sorry.
You good. He said Venables was also complimentary of Arnold's performance against Ole Miss in Week 9. Arnold led Oklahoma to a pair of touchdown drives in the first half, as soon as carried a lead into the break on the road. He threw for 182 yards, 2 touchdowns on 31 attempts. I thought Jackson had his best performance of the year, Venables said. I thought he did a great job going on the road, playing against a top ranked defense. Again, he completed over 70% of his passes, made a lot of great decisions, ran the ball well, threw it on time. He had a great game. Oklahoma would look to get back on the winning column this week against Maine. All right. Appreciate y'all Saturday Down South on the article. But yeah, let's get to what you was
Appreciate
talking about.
y'all.
Yeah.
So now here we are crossing the bridge, asking a month later, would Jackson Arnold stay at OU? Okay, so everybody else is finally caught up. Welcome, y'all. It's good to see y'all here. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
like,
It's only been
hey.
a month. It's only been a month late, you know what I mean? But I think it's a credible question. His answers sound like horse manure. You know what I'm saying? It sounds so. If you know he's capable of that, why do you bench the kid to begin with? It's almost like he answered that question to make sure he put in his bid to sell Jackson Arnold. You know what I'm saying? Because I think deep down he knows that there's a chance of him leaving. Man, I mean, your girl tell you she cheated on you. How long is it going to take you to forget that? You might forgive, but how long is it going to take you to forget that, dog?
Ah, gonna be a
Anytime
minute. It's gonna
it's
take
going
a
to be
while.
hard to trust again.
All
It's
right.
going to be very, very hard to trust again. Venables them cheated on him. You know what I'm
They
saying?
did.
Venables them doubted him. Venables them threw him under the bus,
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
only to come back to him as a savior. And now he played well. Can you tell me his stats, please? Because I looked at him a couple of days ago, but I think they were still pedestrian stats. What did he throw for? I think the
Oh
key
yeah.
thing was he didn't throw no interceptions.
Yeah, it was like 182 yards. It was 22 of 31, 71 completion percentage. Like I said, 2 touchdowns, no interception, and was sacked 9 times.
You know what I'm saying?
Also had
That's the
39
same shit
yards.
that happened against Tennessee, my man.
All right, he had 39 yards rushing, but of course, those 9 sacks for 60 yards took away a lot of those running yards because he did have a 24-yard run. He had some decent runs in the game. It's just that with all those sacks, it's gonna make the stats look kind
Yeah.
of crazy.
So,
Mm.
so this is what my brain computes. My brain says that he played a regular game. It was not what Venables described to the media. He did this and he threw this and man, come on, man, it was a regular game. They lost. He just didn't throw no interceptions. You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought I will say though, I did think he looked a little more composed though. Like he almost had let me say, a look of, oh well, what's the worst can happen?
They,
Like
they already done benched him. What
right.
can
No, he
happen?
had that. That's how he was playing, though. It felt like he was
Yeah,
playing like,
yeah,
hey, man, I ain't got nothing to lose. Let's just go out here and do it.
everybody know this team sucks. The line
Yes.
is bad. We don't have no receivers. I'm gonna put game film out here for any, like you said before in a couple of episodes. You know what I'm saying? Put the game film out there. Let coaches see that you're not gonna quit on your team. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Don't earn no bad stripes. Don't burn no bridges. And then get the fuck out of Dodge after this season. Go look at what DG and them doing. Go look at what,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Um, that would be my mind state, but he didn't play that type of game for Venables to be, bragging like he's gonna stay and I'm comfortable. My head's not in the sand. Like, come on, man. I still think there's a high chance of him leaving just because it's gonna be very hard for them. It's gonna be very hard for him to trust them again the way he did coming in.
Or unless he
Hawkins leave?
believes him. No, he maybe to me, I'm thinking that I'm pretty sure, like Brent Venables now, I'm pretty sure at this point they probably on some, hey man, look, we messed up. We made a mistake. Yo, yeah, we had to pull you that game. We should have threw you back in there the next week. That's our bad. Like to me, I think they probably like almost kind of kissing his ass maybe a little bit right now because they know what you've done now. Now you know Michael Hawkins Jr. He probably gonna transfer. So you're gonna have to stick with one, and you better
Y'all said this against Tennessee, and you
right.
were adamant. You said, man, there's a chance that both of them leave.
I and that's why. That's why because you doing all this flip flopping. Hey man, they both might be like the hell with this
Hey
and
man,
get
the
on
hell
out of
with
there.
OU. They tripping.
All
I
right.
mean, I think he fumbled in the South Carolina game, but
Yeah.
look how they playing the Tatum kid. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of untrustworthy things and decisions being made by the Oklahoma staff where I don't think they'll be the only ones that hit the portal. You know what I'm saying? But they're the highest talked about players,
Mm.
highest profile players that you could talk about. And it makes for good entertainment and talk. But I think it's a real chance that he's gonna feel like, man, I can't trust this place, man. They did it to DG.
Yeah. Hey, but the DG situation was that DG saw the writing on the wall.
I
He
get it.
told he told them that he was about to go to the NFL.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a little different because they didn't just let him go, but I don't think they were mad that he left, if that makes sense. Like they was
Hey,
like,
hey,
oh, who? They probably was like, who? So we ain't got to deal with this situation next year.
I guarantee if they thought about DG as being the player that he is at Oregon right now, we're not talking because there's still season left, so not. But just what we've seen thus far, beating Ohio State and you know what I'm saying, front runner for the Heisman, all that stuff, I don't think they just let him go that easy. I don't think the NIL deal doesn't get matched if they thought of him like that. I think they thought, oh well, Jackson Arnold's better. He's the new show in
No,
town.
that's
And if you
that's
want
I
to
think
leave,
that's the
it's
more
okay with you leaving.
I think that's the more important part is the fact that they thought that Jackson Arnold was that good to where we
Yeah,
can go
yeah,
ahead and bring
yeah.
him
So
in
we,
here.
we can
Not,
let him
yeah,
get
we
on
can let
out of
him
here.
go. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's the same thing with Michael Hawkins. Oh, he's a top quarterback. He's coming in. He can. So the noise is up. You got to. As long as you getting top quarterback after top quarterback, and they there together, this is always going to be the situation. It's not like
Man.
running back where you can rotate different running backs. You know what I'm saying? And thunder and lightning. So man, quarterback it's tough to rotate quarterbacks. And if you're a competitor, you not want to sit on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Especially for making mistakes as a freshman.
Right, you right
How,
about
how can
that.
I trust these guys? You know what I mean? So, um, could he stay for all the reasons that Brent Venables named off? Possibly. You know what I'm saying? But I just think there's an opportunity for him to shoot the deuce and still hit the portal just based on it's going to be real hard to trust after that.
Definitely gonna be hard to trust, and I would not blame him if he did move on. But I do believe this is what I believe. I
You think he'll
believe that
stay?
I think he's gonna stay. I think Brent Venables name is gonna invest enough into him from this point moving forward, realizing that we kind of gotta they got let's be honest, they ain't got no choice. Okay. They ain't gonna have to because they gotta pick somebody, stick to them, and cater to them and make sure that quarterback comes back next year because we ain't got nothing coming except for Kevin Sperry, and we know that he's just a high school quarterback, and I'm not gonna even talk about him right now. But he ain't
Hey,
he's not the answer. Let's just say that. Like
so,
far
so
as
let me ask you this:
hmm,
with all of your knowledge, if Brent Venables, I'm asking this a month and ahead again.
it's on again.
If Brent Venables is asked the question by the media,
Yeah.
do you think Michael Hawkins will stay? What is his answer?
I
Because you
think
know it's coming. You
I
know
think
it's coming.
I think he's gonna give an answer somewhat to like, I believe Michael Hawkins is the Hawk Junior. He's a competitor, and he know what he signed up for when he came to the University of Oklahoma. Uh, you know what I'm saying? He's a kid that has never shied away from competition, and I don't think Michael Hawkins Jr. is just gonna just pick up and leave and run off like that, knowing that I mean, he's one play away. He's always got the opportunity to come back in. I mean, you seen what happened this year. You know what I'm saying? So he always got the opportunity to come back in. And I mean, matter of fact, we love both our quarterbacks. We love this quarterback room that we got here at the University of Oklahoma. We like the future that we get. I think you're gonna give some answer like
Hey, my
that.
man, that was brilliant, dog. That was brilliant. You answered that like Brent Venables, dog. Great, great job, dog. Great job, great job, great job. My only thing is there's one word in that entire equation that throws it off for me.
What it do?
Is when
What it
you
say?
say, when you go back to the essence of they have to compete for the job.
Hmm.
To me, that says, oh shit, we going right back to square one with spring
Right.
ball. Because in spring ball, everybody was asking, what about Michael Hawkins? What about this? What about this? What about the Hawkins kid? He does this with his legs. And they competing it out. And it was
Yeah.
word that he was practicing better than Jackson Arnold. And remember all the stuff?
That
Yeah,
was the
all
word.
you
That was the
fans were doing
word.
that.
Hey,
They said
that's
put him in because the people in practice were saying that he actually better than Jackson
man.
Arnold. All that, I don't forget,
I know,
I
but I
keep
think
those
I think
nuggets.
that's
I
what
keep those nuggets.
I do think
So,
that
so,
is
so, so
one of the reasons.
putting competition out there, does that make it where they feel like, oh, well, shit, he talking about competing again? I want to guarantee that this is my job before I stay. Why would I stay at OU when I got to come back and compete for this job when I can go somewhere else and I know I'm gonna start?
Right. And that could be a factor that well, if Michael Hawkins does hear those words, he probably is like, man, let me go ahead and get up out of here, man. I'm finna go to Tulsa or something. Like he might
But
just go ahead. He might just go ahead and be at TCU next year or something. I don't
yeah,
know. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Like
okay, 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 okay,
so, but
okay.
I mean, but hey, there's something. It's something to look out for. But we heard what Brent Venables said, and but yeah, that's what's up. As far as this video, but we be right back in a second. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you share the show, and hey, especially when I got my boy Nino on, man, we got to represent, man. You know what I mean? We got cause we like chop it up. We have sometimes differences of opinion, but I think it's gonna make the show great. So y'all holler back at us here in a minute, and I'll holler at you in a second. Boom and soda.